Alright, back up on the Ford. I finally figured out a way to get it going. I've been trying to make the old stuff work, like the rear fuel tank and the fuel pump, but also realized I have a brand new front fuel tank and a brand new fuel pump for the front that I could rig up and just have it run off the one, kind of like how the rear tank is set up, and then drop the rear tank, put the front one up, and then get it going just off the front tank, and then clean and do whatever I need to do with the rear tank, and eventually put that back in when I get a selector valve. But I can at least for sure get it running off that, so I'm gonna start prepping some of the stuff that I have for it. I got the straps in the gas nozzle. I'm gonna get the rust and crap off of them and clean them up a little bit, and then I'm gonna start setting up the gas tank with the fuel pump. And then once it's pretty much all set up, I believe I'm just gonna go to Napa and get a bunch of fuel lines and connections and stuff like that, so I can hook it up. I kind of started grinding, sandpapering some of the stuff off. I'm actually just gonna run to Lowe's and grab some solvent to just get a little bucket and throw this stuff in, and then paint it like black or something. Just get a bunch of black spray paint. I also have other checklists of things to do, such as just kind of cleaning up whatever parts, getting a different coolant tank, and then yeah, just more or less just cleaning up, because this thing is seen better days and I want to make it nice. I gotta flush coolant, get a different alternator belt, because the one that was on it was loose and the thing is maxed out, so I gotta get a smaller belt. I do want to bleed the brakes, bleed the clutch again, and then just kind of start tightening her up. Also wouldn't mind another interior kind of cleaning. I also need to fix the seat, because this thing is fall over. Also doing a headliner, because this Nelk BS is not cutting it. But yeah, gotta do a little bit. One thing I am glad about is, check this out. Wow. Look at that. Closes so smooth. I don't know if the other side is like that. Yeah, don't have to slam it. The thing I really want to do is seals for the cab and window. That's not going to be able to be done until later on, but I got my list of stuff to do. Quick little break to say hi to Mimi's. Oh, this is my cat, Sashimi. She's a real nice baby. Alright, so I got a bunch of black spray paint. Gonna soak these in some of the rust remover and clean them off real good, and then paint them up, just kind of get them ready. And then those brackets over there, I believe I'm gonna do the same thing. I don't know exactly what those go to. I know they came with the Ford, so I'll figure that out. All right, just gotta get it sprayed up a little bit, but I'm also gonna spray a little bit just to see what it does on here. I've used this stuff before and it works pretty good. I just want to see. But yeah, I went kind of crazy up at the parts stores. Don't know where I put my. Oh, there. I needed a belt that was smaller than that one, so I got 3 of them, varying down, because I'm not about to go to the parts store and keep buying belts. And worst comes to worst, all these are smaller than it, so I would just have to up the alternator thing a little bit, or max it more out. So I'll start with the smallest and then go from there. I also ended up buying a coolant reservoir tank, because the one in there is really gross, and I don't see myself like cleaning that one out because it's just so nasty. So I'm gonna put this in, throw one of these on, and then I also spent $120 on 12 feet of fuel line, 6 feet of each size I need. And then I'm gonna take the quick disconnects from the other fuel pump that's on the truck and swap it over. If not, I'm just gonna throw hose clamps on them and it'll just be what it is. But yeah, whole lot of fun. All right, the next thing I need to do is drop the fuel tank, the rear tank, disconnect everything from that, and then move forward with the front. I'm not filming that again. That was too much of a pain in the ass. So you guys are gonna see it somewhere over there. So to kind of put the cart before the horse, we are gonna do brake flush on all 4 corners, as long as another clutch bleeding, because I'm gonna do the master cylinder. On top of the fact I have some pod lights that I would like to throw on as well, and then coolant, and then just kind of cleaning the truck up a little bit. Maybe taking off all the wheels one at a time, of course, and cleaning up everything behind it and stuff. But I think I'll do that after get the truck running, obviously. Clean up all the wheels behind it, check the brakes and everything, and just start cleaning up the truck. But again, next is the fuel tank coming down right now. All right, I just tested the fuel pump and it's not priming, so I'm kind of curious on if it's dry or it needs something else. But the rear one is still priming, and I'm kind of thinking, I got a lot of fuel lines, so I'm thinking maybe replace sections of the fuel line to you know, see if it's clogged somewhere. So I think I'm gonna start kind of doing that instead of putting the tank in there. But I also don't want to run into that issue of the selector valve not being there and potentially that being it. Like maybe it got taken out, it's stuck on only the rear tank, no power to the front tank at all, and I can check that out later, but I just want to get that done. All right, so I got the fuel pump out of the truck, and it was saying that this line could be bad, but I noticed that this sock is ripped, and I'm wondering if stuff is like jammed up in here, because I tried priming the truck with the main fuel line disconnected and nothing. So I'm gonna try that out real quick. I'm gonna try to figure out if this is all gummed up. And then I had ordered a replacement pump, but it is the wrong diameter, wrong height, but those are the same. So I'm gonna probably swap these over and see if we can make something happen. Got them taken apart, literally the same pumps, different size socks, that's it. All right, got the pump on. Hopefully this holds. I don't have another one of those clip things, so we'll see. I'm coining this term from one of my other favorite YouTubers, is brand used. Because, you know, you got brand new parts, and yeah, it's basically rebuilt. Brand new fuel pump, pretty much. All right, so from the excess amount of fuel that just spouted out when I turned it on to prime, bad fuel pump. Which leads me into my next worry, is my fuel lines, because now I need to start redoing them, especially with the quick connects being the way that they are. So I need to cut out a decent length of that and connect it and get hose fittings and a whole bunch of other crap. But I'm so glad I got the fuel pump and did not return this, because this came in clutch. So hopefully the truck will start. I'm gonna stuff the gas tank back up there, and we'll go from there. Scratch that, I forgot. Gotta do fuel lines. All right, so I got fuel to come up to right here. Still a little dirty, but right now it seems like the carburetor is not wanting to put out fuel. I don't know if the bowls are filling up or what, so I'm gonna kind of go in there and just spray some carb clean and whatever else in there. Also gotta remember to put on the link that goes back here and in the front. Right now I'm just peeved with the carburetor, so we're gonna be putting the cart before the horse right now. I'm gonna do belts, coolant, not all the coolant, just gonna put the reservoir in, and then we're gonna bleed some brakes because this carb issue is really rubbing me ripe right now. Like I'm not having fun at all. As soon as I started that, the firework went off. Yeah, this thing is like absolutely gross. And also for the windshield wiper fluid, I don't know. That's just, can I lift this out? I can't, but that's gross as hell. I don't know. I would like to use this. All right, got that up in there. It's kind of weird when replacing stuff because then it looks just kind of stands out like a sore thumb. But yeah, got that done. Now let's move on to the brakes. All right, got all that fluid out. It's kind of weird how, you know, just the outside looks really messy clean on the inside, but add some Freshie into it and then start pumping. So when you bleed brakes, you want to go farthest wheel all the way up to the closest wheel. So we're going to start on the passenger rear, driver rear, passenger front, driver front, and then keep going. Just got done with the one corner and it's supposed to be clear. That is gross. Significantly better from the other one. I'm gonna do this. I got the brakes bled. The equivalence to the color, because I didn't really record the front, was like more like pea, like if you're really dehydrated. But aside from that, feel good. Got fresh fluid in them. I'm gonna toss some of the coolant I have in the radiator to start on that system as well, and then after that we'll secure the gas tank and then hop back on the carb. I just got the alternator belt on. I went, out of all of them, I went the smallest. I need to replace that one again. I'll go to the biggest or next size up, so on. Also wouldn't mind seeing if any of the belts might fit for the AC as well, because I would like it to have the AC hooked up. That's also a later problem. Right now, I'm gonna put the gas tank up. Not gonna film it though. All right, intake. Our carb spacer for the air cleaner just came in. Oh my goodness. I didn't lose it. Just so it clears that fuel line over there. And it looks pretty good. The little seal that came with it does not sit good with it at all. I mean, Amazon special right here, so who cares? Get this on. There we go. There we go. It's all coming together real nice. I still got to do a handful of things, but as of right now, it's good. Also, still got to put these on. All right, after finally all the diagnosis I've done, it was a blockage somewhere up here in the top part of the carburetor that I blew out. So now she is getting fuel on both sides. Now it's not starting. I want to say it's timing. Because I know we have spark. It keeps firing off, but it just doesn't seem like it might. I'm fairly certain it's timing. Kind of determined bad spark. In the clip, it had like orange spark, like it wasn't that good. So we're gonna replace the ignition coil. Hopefully that does it. So one of the things I forgot to do was install an inline fuel filter because previous guy did a fuel filter delete, so I gotta install this right now. All right, just determined Distributor's 180 out. At top dead center for the compression stroke. And it's like that. This is my number 1 cylinder. It's 180 out. So got to flip this around and fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. All right, got everything hooked back up. This might be it. This might be it. Get up here. Ooh, it's hot as balls in here. You can either see all the hard work pay off or me be pissed off. Oh, it's better. All right. Something disconnected. Choke needs to stay on. Yeah, I'm so excited. All right, I think some adjustments on the carbs need to be made. It's burning off excess like shit that's on it. And then I think she'll be ready to go, hopefully. All right, so try driving it out of my neighborhood. And here we are. Very nice, very nice. That's gonna wrap it up for this video. I'll see you guys next time.